to the Royal London Theatre here in London, England for a much anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the heavyweight division, and the anticipation for this bout has grown as the week has gone on. A lot of talk behind these two. Now it's time to walk the walk.
And his opponent across the ring, hailing out of Brooktown, the Blockbuster Marciano.
Well, they're scheduled to spend a half an hour swapping leather. This is a 10-rounder. Tyson's jab lands well. Oh, and he returns fire with a left hand. Teddy, obviously we have a matchup that the fans love, power puncher versus power puncher. But if you're one of the two trainers, what are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking about defense. If I can be a little bit better on defense, my power's not going away. I'm still going to be okay in that area.
Effective work with that flush overhand right. That's a fine jab by Mike Tyson. Tyson's so dangerous with that accuracy, a two-punch combination landing. Reaching the halfway mark of this round. Jab right hand. Staying away from those headshots with his defense up top. Good looking uppercut that time. Back up top he goes. Mike Tyson's left landing well. Good doubling up of the jab by Mike Tyson. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. Tyson's back in his corner now, probably reflecting on what was a very solid round. Now, he didn't overwhelm his guy with a quantity of punches, but he was so effective with what he did put forth.
Yeah, you're right. You know, a lot of times people think that the muscles that count the most in any sport, and especially in this sport, such a difficult sport, is, you know, the biceps, the physical things that you see, you know, the chest, the back. You know, this guy's got the strong muscle up top, you know, over his shoulders, in between his shoulders, his brain. And that's why he's picking his spot so well. That muscle is serving him to win this fight right now.
Oh, and he's got something for him himself, and it's a left hand. Mike Tyson's got something to think about now. He just threw a punch and had one coming right back at him. His opponent scored well with the counter. Committing to the combo now, both land. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Comes right back with some offense of his own. And coming upon the halfway mark of this 3-minute round. Frustrating his opponent with great defense. Iron Mike with a big uppercut. A little give and take, and here comes the left hand. Dismisses his opponent's headshot. Final 10 seconds of round number 2. able to get away from that headshot with the block. Accuracy an issue there. Didn't land that straight right hand. Round comes to an end. Joe and Teddy with you here ringside. Teddy, you know, you really got to admire how accurate he is. I mean, he makes the most of what he throws.
Yeah, he makes it count. This is a guy who doesn't want to waste anything.
They trade shots. He comes back with a right hand. Tyson's doing well here with that two-punch combination. Little head knocking with that right hand. Took a shot, now he gives a left. And once again, he returns fire up top. And you see what he can do when he sends that right to the head. Teddy, it seems like with Mike, there's such a commitment to that upper body movement.
Yeah, you know, without that, he's not Mike Tyson. That's what separates him. It's good you brought that up. We've had guys like Ernie Shavers, Big Cat, Cleveland Williams. I mean, they were big guys. They could punch maybe as hard as Tyson. They didn't win a world title. Tyson's vehicle to really get there, to get to the finish line, to the world title, was his upper body movement. He'd make you miss, and he would create opportunities for those powerful shots.
Nice combination, throwing more than one. Both scored there. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Boy, sharp two-punch combination by Mike Tyson. Tyson's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Wow, impactful short hook got to him that time. That's not going to be easy to survive. Tyson's got to do a better job. He is getting rocked. And that's the end of round 3. As we start round number 4, not a lot separating these guys. Sometimes you can steal a round or two just by being the busier guy.
Yeah, it reminds me a little bit about those legendary stories the old-timers used to tell me about Rocky Marciano. You know, they used to say that he used to hit the guy's arms. You know, he wasn't scoring clean, but he was keeping his opponent from scoring back. And then later in the fight, he was disabling his opponent from coming back.
Very accurate with the double jab. Teddy, what would you recommend based on what we're seeing here tonight?
Well, 2 air spin and then go, oh no, actually I would say a little counter-punching would be just what the doctor ordered.
That's a better prescription for him. A well-timed right hand by Mike Tyson. Now he's targeting upstairs. That's a well-scored left hand by Mike Tyson. Right to the head with that right. Tyson's showing you that sublime skill right now with that two-punch combo. And he returns on that exchange. There he is, landing a combo. Just 10 seconds to go in this round. Tyson's corner knows that their fighter still has much more to do. You cannot just sit back and be content on the stool, securing a lead. You have to go out and earn a win. Good-looking two-punch combination there. Tyson's got a way of just getting away from that punch. Tyson's a slugger. There's no other way to describe him but that. But that style is a perfect fit for this fight. He's winning these middle rounds.
Yeah, he loves this. This is a Pier 6 brawl, and he's very comfortable in that kind of bout.
Takes a step back, then the counterpunch by Mike Tyson.
Very similar to what you see Floyd Mayweather do. You know, make a miss, pull that shoulder back, and then come right back with the counter.
Zoning in on that gut combination punch downstairs. Still plenty of time to work here in round number 5. Minute and a half to go. Not one, but two. Good work with the jab up top. Mike Tyson's done a good job there, offensively scoring with that left hand. Coming to the end of round number 5, last 10 seconds. This round comes to an end. And Teddy, easy to note here that he wasn't landing a lot of punches. Now he was throwing them up, but he wasn't landing a lot. Is that because of his opponent's defense, or is he just not that accurate of a puncher?
No, it's a combination. First of all, his opponent's pretty slick in there. Pretty good at bobbing, weaving a little bit, slipping a little bit, making himself a difficult target, but his punch is a little wide. Needs to shorten them up.
Tyson's ability to utilize this jab, fighting on the outside, has been so critical in what we've seen on the scorecard so far. Why so, Ted?
Because it's not a common jab. You know, he reminds me, believe it or not, of Hector Camacho, the former junior lightweight champion, because he throws a trip hammer jab. You know, usually you turn that jab over, you know, counterclockwise, but he doesn't turn it over. He just drops it down. It just drops straight down. There's no warning, and boy, it's been landing.
Good strong combo. Comes right back at him with a left hand. Tyson's doing a good job tonight on the outside. He's able to score from the outside, keeping a safe distance away from his opponent. Double jab right to the face. Needs to improve that accuracy. Missed with the headshots. Reaching the halfway point of round number 6. Accurate shot, straight right hand comes in. Combo lands to the head. Mike Tyson's ability to properly throw and land his combinations has been stunning. Teddy, why is he so successful?
Because you just said it, he's putting them together. You know, one or two wouldn't land, but he's handcuffing the guy. And the first two punches, they set up the third and fourth.
Wow, a big flush blow, the left hand by Mike Tyson. And round 6 comes to an end. Mike Tyson's got to be in control of things after that round. This is a good fight, very good fight. I give his opponent credit, but I do believe he's ahead on the scorecard.
Yeah, but you want to keep that carrot out in front of him. Keep him running after something, you know? The worst thing is all of a sudden he thinks he's got the carrot, and he's sitting there, he's chomping away at it, and guess what? The tortoise goes right past him. Or in this case, his opponent gets his hand rigid.
And a good 3-punch combo by Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson's able to avoid that punch. Scores up top with a left. Well, he's got the attitude, something's got to stick. He fires off the combination, and they both do. Tyson scores with a jab. Mike Tyson swinging and missing like he's at bat right there. That punch was nowhere near his opponent. Halfway through the 7th round. He got hit, but he sends it right back. You get the sense that they know no other way how to fight. They are going at it, back and forth, toe-to-toe, punch for punch.
Straight down at the body.
And now just wasting everybody's time holding on. Trying to erode away that body with the combination punching. Return to sender. He gives him back one of his own. Double jab by Mike Tyson. 10 clicks of the talk. Good scoring shot. It was a straight right. And that's the end of round 7. You got to give a lot of credit to the corner behind him. Here we are at the start of round number 8. We watched the early goings of this fight. I didn't think the score would be this close.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I don't believe in giving him credit, but I'm going to give him a pat anyway because there's so many incompetent corners out there. I hate to say it in this business, but you see it all the time. This is a professional corner, the way they're supposed to be. They've done their job.
That is boxing 101. A nice, crisp combination by Mike Tyson. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. Very good work on the inside with the uppercut. Now, if you're standing opposite that right there, Teddy, what do you have to do to stop it?
Well, first of all, you have to understand and recognize that's the punch you should be aware of in close because there's only a few punches. You're in real close. There's not room for too many other punches. The uppercut is the one you expect. So expect it, first of all, and move your head on the side so it misses you.
And that's what fighters do. Pulls the trigger right away after taking one. Nice job doubling up the jab by Mike Tyson. Tyson's putting forth that hard work he did in training camp there, landing a crisp combination. How about a return to sender with the left hand? Tyson's proving to be elusive. Clock counting down here in round number 8. 10 seconds to go. Not able to land the headshot. End of the round, and he's had better rounds in the fight than the one we just saw, but still, it's very much there for the taking.
Yeah, whoever finishes up strongly in the late parts of these rounds, a lot of times, you know, the judges get mesmerized a little bit here too. You know, it's a real close fight, and you kind of forgot where the separation was. And whoever grabs the last part of the round, that's who you remember. It's very important in this kind of fight. Finish up good at the end of the round.
Back to live action now in what has been a closely contested fight. One of those fights that somebody is still waiting to break through and be a difference maker in. Step to the side and then lands the counter.
Yeah, disappear on him and then all of a sudden appear on him.
Blocks the headshot. Left hand came after the jab. Solid uppercut. Mike Tyson's just punching air that time. His opponent was able to get out of the way. I like this kind of defense, Teddy. I like this kind of guy that just says, go ahead, think you can try to hit me up top. You can't. Great movement.
Yeah, very good movement, very good vision. He sees everything. To do this, you have to be very calm. He's very calm. He's very in control.
Nice combination, landing more than one. Both were able to score. He returns the favor with a right hand of his own. Right to the body. Big shot. Right to the head and right to the canvas.
One, two, three, four, five.
He gets up after that punch put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
That's a forceful two-punch combo by Mike Tyson. Tyson's almost looking foolish that time he missed so badly. And now they're trading blows. Good right hand. Mike Tyson's starting to score at ease against his opponent there. Anytime you can land a three-punch combination, you're really hitting your groove. Tyson's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. And that's the end of round 9. Well, we've seen this before, a fighter with a bad cut, and sometimes a fighter that now has a much greater sense of urgency.
Yeah, right now, if he was gambling, if he was in a casino, he's rolling the dice. He's hoping to come up with 7.
Punches and bunches, combination up top. Teddy, what's the one thing that shows you a fighter like this is recovered? That a guy who was just knocked down in the last round now comes out for the next round and is fine.
Well, the first thing I look at is, does he behave the way that he normally behaves? You know, is he a guy that all of a sudden starts running at his opponent and that's not his kind of style? That tells me he's still hurt. That tells me he's still a little drunk.
Tried to land that upstairs and was off the mark. Gets him with the right hand. Halfway through this, he is damaged badly there. He may, and yet another big shot comes in. Oh, and now the real test. Can he get up after going down a second time?